Jake Paul.
Yeah. So the main fights were the women fighting and the fight before the women.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two biggest fights of that night. And then of course you have Jake Paul fighting Tyson. So what happens is can boxing, because he's doing this, I wouldn't say necessarily for boxing, for the money probably, for the prize, doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, can boxing itself be on the map just without Jake Paul on one of the cards?
Yeah. But this is all Jake Paul, man.
Because like I said, those two fights with the women, it's crazy. Like how they should have fought. That's a good fight. I don't see why people wouldn't watch that fight. You know, like how would the promoters? This goes about the promoting the boxing. Like they need to learn a couple of things from the Jake Paul.
Jake Paul became such a villain, man. So fast, so arrogant, nonchalant. You know the shit that people hate. He was overly confident.
Right. The crazy thing is, I didn't even see him that way. But I wasn't like understanding what was going on. He didn't strike me as somebody like that, I guess.
Oh, no, he was talking shit, man.
Like what? Like what is something that he would be privy to say? Like something he could say.
He's the best boxer.
But that's not true.
Again, that confident, arrogant shit that people don't like. He could feel that way.
Right. Yeah, so what?
Yeah. But people don't like that. People don't like that. Same reason why a lot of people don't like you. People just don't like that.
I don't know anybody that doesn't like me.
Shit.
I'm serious.
You see, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Bro, I'm serious. I can't tell you anybody that doesn't like me. Just keeping it G.
You probably don't even care. You don't.
No, that's not true. I do care, but not to what you're saying is it won't affect me, probably. No, it will affect me. I like all of it, actually.
No.
Give me an example.
You won't care. Because you'll say, well, they don't have no reason not to like me. It's probably something that they done.
But here's the thing. I would care because it's okay. I think it's okay. See, matter of fact, we can get into this right now. See, I'm glad it's already recorded. The freedom of speech thing. I would advocate that I'm a freedom of speech guy. So somebody says, so that means that white people can say the N-word for you? It's like, yeah, go ahead. And it sounds crazy. It's like, go ahead. Because I want to be able to say what I want to say. Now, there shouldn't be no recourse for it. I can't put my hands on anybody for saying that. Neither do I want to if a white man were to say the N-word, but I'm okay with all freedom of speech to the point where, but you explained to me that, yeah, that's a fine because the NBA said no. But the no homo thing, I didn't have anything wrong with it.
Wait, hold on. So you'll be okay with someone saying the N-word?
Yeah.
Around you or to you?
Well, the thing is, it's hard for me to fathom somebody saying it to me because it's like in the context, like how would it come up with it make sense?
All right, so freedom of speech. They can say whatever they want. So if someone said that to you, disrespecting you, it's okay?
Yeah.
And you'll just walk away.
Yeah, man. Like this seems easy for me. I get what you're saying. But it seems easy. every time somebody said that, I kind of stood back on the side and was like, okay.
So like, wait, do you view it as that person being disrespectful?
That if a person were to say the N-word, right, and try to be disrespectful and thinking that it'll affect me, the first thing I'm thinking is this person is not all together mentally. Or they have no idea who I am. So I'm just watching out for the person because of that. Because it's like, you know that. I guess I'm more of the sticks and everybody says it's crazy, but sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I'm kind of with that. Okay. Like, think about how stupid it is. If a white person or anybody were to walk around using that word freely and calling people that word, thinking it was going to hurt their feelings, check it out. I'm studying the economics of society doesn't even allow that, really. Like, you'll be shunned and casted out without you even knowing. So you'll figure out not to say that word. And that's where I'm at with it. You feel me? After a while, you'll figure out, damn.
But freedom of speech wouldn't allow that to happen.
No. But here, listen. That person, and this is good, bro. This is good. This is what I'm talking about. That person will see, like, damn, walking around saying the N-word, it's not helping me out. Even though I say it all the time, I'm not prospering in anything that I'm doing by like outwardly using this word. So I know better not to use this word because it just doesn't do me any good. Yeah, I'm free to say it. Nobody's going to hit me or harm me, but people are going to outcast me. They're going to stay away from me. They're going to know they can't deal with me because I'm not professional. I think you'll eventually say like, damn, using this word don't make any sense. And I think we should do that with a lot of things. After a while, think about what Kanye said about the Jews. He got a bunch of backlash for it, as he's supposed to. You know, you said something that's not really accepted that way, but you were free to say it. You don't supposed to hurt Kanye, put your hands on Kanye, do anything because he said it. So that's why I mean freedom of speech. That's where I'm at with it.
But it's okay to take his money away?
Because hypothetically, if somebody said something on a platform that I didn't like, I'll say, look, you were free to say that, obviously. I'm cutting it off because it's private property. I'm not putting it on there, and I can't deal with you no more. I can't deal with you no more. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't put my hands on you. I didn't do anything. I just think that freedom of speech means, to me, you can't put your hands on me for something that I say. My father said something the other day, and I was talking to him about it. He was like, okay, well, in that case, let's say that you were talking with somebody, and they said they wanted to do something to the current president of the United States, right? And they said they want to do something harmful to him. He said, is that person free to say that? And I was like, I see what you're saying. All of the backlash that happened. He's like, yeah, the Secret Service would be at your door and all that. And I was like, I get that. But however, the Secret Service would be at my door asking questions. Nobody's putting their hands on me because I said anything. And that's where I'm big on it. Okay, you didn't like what I said, and it doesn't make sense, and you're going to cancel me and do all those things. Depending on if it's your private platform, like I just don't want it, then yeah. But somebody can just go somewhere else and put it on the internet, then I'm okay with that. Like, you know, I just figured out a way to put what I want to say on the internet, my personal private property on the internet. That's why I want to put it on the internet. So no problem. But putting your hands on me because I said something, I'm not for that. So when somebody calls, like, when people all the time always felt like, I guess.
Yeah, but then so they shouldn't get penalized financially.
Who?
The person that would say it.
The N-word.
Yeah.
He is. Hear what I'm saying?
No. You're saying, so for example, you're saying that people would just stop buying their product.
Right.
Right? But what I'm saying is, what if it's just not the person, what if it's just not the buyer, it's the owner? Now the owner wants to jump in and find that person.
Well, the owner has the rules. The owner has rules. Basically, you can't put your hands on a person. That's where I'm at with it. Freedom of speech is all good. You can't put your hands on anybody. And you got to do it on private property. Because if not, then these things happen, especially if it's like with your voice or whatever. I put something on YouTube. YouTube is like, this is not part of our policy. Boom, take it down. Yeah, I still had the freedom to say it. I had the freedom of speech. You understand? But that cost me saying it. It's not a good idea for me to say that. And I think things like that, happening like that, the economics of the behavior is automatically going to work itself out.
Shift, correct.
You're going to be like, damn, even though I want to say N-word all the time, I can't because my boss ain't going to like it. They're going to fire me. My wife don't like it. You know. Oh, damn, I thought that was you. Let me tell you, this perfect timing. Let me see. All right, so now we're good. He got an issue.
All right.
So we're good. But yeah, we already started rolling anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm at with freedom of speech. Like, say whatever you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say, but nobody can put their hands on you. So I'm not for when somebody, I always felt that though. Like, you mean to tell me you want to put your hands on somebody because they said the N-word? Like, doesn't the person saying the N-word seem like they off a little bit?
I don't know, man. Listen, you could say it, but unfortunately, there's repercussions. It's what it is. And you say it to me,
right,
in a disrespectful manner. Well, that's the only way you can really say it. I probably lose my cool. I might.
Wow.
I'm not saying that I'm gonna beat the shit out of the person at that moment. There's a possibility though that it can happen.
No, and I get it. Automatically, like, so how would it be used? Like, because you have people who use the word and you can tell that they're just throwing it in there and I say, oh man, it's plain, and you can see that. That's different. Okay, that's different. But for somebody to engage in a conversation with you and be upset with you, and use the N word like that because they think it's gonna like provoke you. You know,
I don't think people use it to provoke you. They use it to disrespect you.
like so if I say something and it won't. Conversations and arguments never go the way they go in my head. Trust me. So I know it's gonna sound kind of crazy what I'm saying, but if I can find a way to convey to the person, like, oh, come on, bro, I don't care about that. Like, are you kidding me? This is the best word you can use to insult me, man. Oh, like, I never cared about the word. Like, I wasn't one of these people who fell for that. Oh, this word's gonna hurt. Matter of fact, here the thing is, I don't want to get in a fight anyway.
Right.
All right, that's number one. I don't want to get in a fight anyway. If I wanted to be a fighter, I would be pretty good. The reason why I want to be a professional fighter or even get my official black belt or something like that is because of the promotion. Basically, they had people in the circle and they take their turn beating you up, people that were skilled. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I kind of like the way I look a lot. I'm not going to mess this up. Or, just like, I want to get my black belt, so let me get beat up. No, I didn't trust that people were going to just make sure they didn't hurt me. I wasn't beat. So I don't want to get in a fight anyway. So you mean to tell me that I could like not get in a fight by not giving a fuck what somebody says about me? I can start off from there? I'm like, oh, this is dope. Now, putting your hands on me, doing things like that, that's different. Obviously, that's different. But your words? Come on, man. You're good.
Depends on how you say it, man.
You're good. You're good. I've had, you know what? It's utility. I've had somebody talk about, because they didn't like something I said on a podcast, I guess it was referring to black people, and I was just having fun. And an individual said something. They knew my situation with my son. They said something about my son. And like, it wasn't like I didn't go in a corner and get all upset. I was just like, damn, this is an opportunity. And this was me being immature. This is an opportunity for me to use my skills of articulation to hurt somebody to the core. And I did that, and that wasn't right.
Why?
My response wasn't right. Why it wasn't right? Because I'm more responsible. I should be more responsible to that. I know I can hurt you, and I know what you said didn't hurt me, but I try to use, I just can't do it.
To even think that you're trying to hurt me, no, I'm gonna let you have it.
I get it. No.
I'm gonna go for the kill. I'm talking about your mother. I'm talking about your kids.
Look, and like I said, I get where you're coming from, but it wasn't enough, man. It wasn't enough for me. Like, the words wasn't enough. And I actually looked at myself like, damn, Ronald, you could be better than that, bro.
No.
You could be better than that.
That's you at your best, man. Trust me.
But hey, no. The worst thing is gonna be very tough. Like, I would fight back with my words if it was something that somebody said something that was completely untrue about me. Then it's like, and I was still articulate it in a way in which, like, that person, after they said it, nobody would believe them once I go. It's like being a lawyer. It's like, okay, you went, all right. Yeah. All right, here's what really happened, and here's why they're saying this. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nah, they got to come up with a better word than the N word. And I think we shouldn't let everybody say whatever they want. But like you said, there are going to be consequences and repercussions. Your mouth writes a check. Don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash.
Yeah, but that's getting physical too.
Right, and that can happen. That can happen. But I still think the moment it got physical, the person that put their hands on him was the person that was wrong, according to the way the government and everything works.
Right.
Because I can call the government on you putting your hands on me. You can't call the government and say, this guy
said this about
guy called me the N-word.
Correct.
So that's just all. It wasn't. I always felt that. So I need people to like comment, because I'm wondering how people feel about that. I guess especially blacks, because I know that I hear it all the time. And sometimes just passive conversation. Oh yeah, a lot of about it, blah blah. Oh, let one of them say that word to me, man. That's it. It's like somebody. And if I say, what's the likelihood of that happening? Somebody be like, oh man, you have no idea. You go out these other places, then they say this. I can, I get it.
No, it can happen.
I get it, but
it can happen.
You know what the deal is, though? I read so much about black people and people in general. It's like, I look at that word as like all people, but blacks in particular, because I'm black and I do the research now. I'm like, we some dope individuals, bro. Always have been. We let a lot of this other stuff cloud and block us and make us feel like we're like inferior. But it's like, nah, man, it's not the case. I just employ people to just be smart. Nobody have an issue with smart people. I noticed that. Even back in the day when it was big, major racism, if a black person can help any other person make some money in business and I'm using my own money, that black person was hired.
He's gonna work for me.
Yeah. I don't think his black ass was complaining for the other people who was, because he's looking at it like, yo, you don't have skill. Like, where's your skill? Hey, man, I'm just saying. They say sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. And I guess people need to get to that point where the words will never hurt them. But we're not at that point in the society.
Mm-mm. Watch what you say, man. Just watch what you say. You just can't go around saying, listen, freedom of speech is a real thing. You have it, but unfortunately, say it to the wrong person, putting hands on you.
It's going to sound crazy. I want somebody to, and don't try to do it when I do this, because you're going to find it probably a little funny. Don't try to do it, but I need you to just feel what I'm saying. I want somebody to hurt my feelings with their words. I'm looking for it bad. I want to be hurt that way, to see what it feels like. Again, I don't think it can happen, bro.
Yeah, because you don't care, bro.
I do care. That's what I said. I want to feel it. I want to see what it feels like, if it's possible. Because what I'm saying is, I know what it felt like back in the day when I didn't understand things and I wasn't able to put all the things together. And why do I feel triggered? Why am I feeling this way? Why, but I understand now. So it's like, yeah, man, I'm kind of looking forward to having my feelings hurt with some words. What is that, bro? Like, I'm actually like, I'm not trying to say like try to find something to hurt my feelings, because that's not what you do. You're my friend. I get it, but what are you gonna say? Like, I know what I'm putting into this life.
You're a narcissist.
What's crazy?
That's what they're gonna say.
You know what's crazy? If my mom was listening to this, she would die laughing and just rewind that part right there, because she loves to call me a narcissist.
Yeah, that's what they'll say.
I don't think that's a narcissist.
Bro, you're not a narcissist, man. I think everyone
has a little bit of that in them, you're saying.
Everyone is a narcissist. Everyone. That is who you are. That's what look up the definition of narcissist. Everyone has some of that in them.
Okay, let's see right now. Let's see if we can do it on the spot. Hey Siri, what is the definition of narcissist?
A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves.
So,
well, that's it. Then, yeah. Okay, but
when people are not confident, don't people try to encourage them to be confident?
Right.
So they want you to have that narcissist behavior. Someone who's down on themselves, like, so you see somebody and they're like, oh, you know what? I don't look good. I like this. And you're like, nah, you look great. You're encouraging them to feel good, to see themselves in a better light. You're telling them that I want you to be a narcissist. Everyone has that within themselves. Everyone should think of themselves first.
Oh, I agree with that. But as the definition went out, I just wanted, there's so many other things to the narcissist that are a little different, I guess. But
bro, that's the stuff that people just started making.
Hear me out. I heard the definition, but I didn't quite understand narcissism too much, but I see that word thrown out there. But I would like to say the reason why I'm saying that is because of a high self-esteem. And the way you build self-esteem is take any project that you ever wanted to do, that you decided you wanted to do. And this is what they say builds self-esteem. And you finish it all the way through. You just build self-esteem. So let's say that project is a house. Like, you built the house from the ground up. You did it. You decided you want to do that, and you finished doing that. Here's where the self-esteem comes in. If someone were to try to tear you down about anything as far as building or going from point A to point B, you've done, say if you've done so many houses or things of that nature, you've built so much self-esteem, it's kind of like self-esteem. I'm moving forward. I'm like this. And you say a little thing, I'm like, it's not enough. It's not enough. I tell my wife all the time, I'm actually, like I said, I'm looking to get schooled and sunned and put in my place. I want it. I want it. I feel like it's going to help me grow. I'm looking for it. Whereas like what you're telling me, people, they don't want that at all.
No.
Because you know what? On the other end of it, I just know like that's where growth is going to come. The criticism, all that, that's where the growth is going to come right after this. So I'm, like I said, I've done things in my life where I'm very proud of myself. Like, hold on, man, I'm kind of proud of it. I'm really proud of that. You can't take that away from me. So I think because of the self-esteem, I'm looking for somebody like, not looking for somebody, but I'm just listening. Because sometimes it don't have to be something that's directly said to me. I can scroll possibly,
Right.
and something could stop me and be like, whoa, damn, I'm thinking about this. Yeah, but it doesn't happen that often. Even with some of the stuff when it comes to some of the takes about the women and stuff, it could be kind of harsh and crazy. But sometimes if you look at where it's rooted and where I was going or where I could have possibly went, then you kind of like splitting hairs a little bit. So I'm like, all right, so I'm not far off. I always feel that way, you know. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Maybe people are worried because they should be worried. You got a lot of things to work on, man. Like I was telling somebody before, like this relationship is dope, right? Yeah, I know. Everything I came in and said I was gonna do, these are all A+, man. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not doing that. You need to work on these. There's several things that I need to work on, but it got nothing to do with the relationship. Stop it. You know, I want to work on stuff. Do you understand? Don't make me sit here and act like I'm not getting A's in this. You're the one that's not getting A's. You need to work on that. Maybe I can help you work on it, but don't try to act like I need to work on shit. Not that shit. Other things, you understand? But stop.
You're a narcissist. That's what they will call you.
He said,
And I agree with you 110%.
he said that's what they would call you.
You're a narcissist. You try to what's that?
He said you try to
what's
what?
that new term? Not gas. Is it gaslight? You trying to gaslight?
Oh yeah,
me?
gaslight. Yeah, gaslight. Oh
Yeah,
God.
you're a narcissist, bro. Those two go hand in hand. We all have that. Bro.
I watched Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter was a narcissist. The crazy thing is I kind of like some things about him too.
How was you a narcissist?
Do you know the Hannibal Lecter I'm talking about? I'm talking about the show. There was actually a show.
No.
Yeah, there was a guy. Yeah. He would be like, you got to watch it. It's a show, not the movie.
Okay.
Not the movie, but the show. The way they depict him in the show was like, I think he might be a psychologist or something like that. And he was a really like smooth dude, bro. Like smooth, man. He'll be making people dinner, some extravagant dinners and everything like that. The show was good. He was a narcissist.
I think all narcissists are cool too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Confident. They don't do much. They walk into the room, they own the room without saying anything.
Mm-hmm. But what makes them narcissists?
Being overly confident.
Look, all right, because I'm lost. I don't see that as a bad thing, but they give narcissists like a bad undertone when you hear narcissist.
It's only bad when you're in a relationship.
Yeah, because narcissism, like, it's basically just feeling highly about oneself, right?
That's it. Yep.
But the problem is, how do they feel in respect to others? That's where I think the difference would be. That's the issue with narcissists.
What do you mean?
Like, let me see. Because I think the issue is not what they feel about themselves. It's probably how they feel about others. Let me ask because Siri's not going to be able to answer that. Siri's regular. So check this out. I'm doing my podcast right now, and what we're trying to explore is what are the negative traits of a narcissist or narcissism? Because everything about a narcissist seems like it's pretty good on the surface. What are the negative things that can be said about narcissist or narcissism?
All right, bro, diving into narcissism, there are definitely some negative traits. First off, narcissists tend to lack empathy, which means they struggle to understand or care about others' feelings. They can also be very manipulative, using others to achieve their own goals without regard for the impact. Plus, they often have a sense of entitlement, believing they deserve special treatment. This can lead to difficulties in relationships because they're more focused on themselves than on mutual give and take. Finally, they can be hypersensitive to criticism, reacting badly to any perceived slight, which makes it hard for them to grow or accept feedback. These traits can make dealing with a narcissist challenging despite their often charming or confident exterior.
So from that, I'm just a perfectly well-rounded person. Because I'm not even trying to be funny. I got all of those things, but you can't tell me I'm not empathetic. That's one of the best things about me. I understand what's going on. I understand.
So you got a lot dead in my face, huh?
Wait. Hold on. And you know, see,
you do have empathy. You do feel for people, but similar to me, it's like, come on, man, you could have.
Yeah, because
you could do better.
As I'm saying it, right, where they're saying like when it comes to the criticism and stuff, and how I just told you, like I know that there's some backdoor shit in there.
Right.
Like somebody could tell me, like the fact that I said, like Jess, I be looking to gotta get my feelings hurt because I want to feel like what it feels like. Like how does it feel? Somebody said something and I feel bad. I'm crawling up on a couch. I feel small. I feel, nah, man. I felt those things before when I was younger, but I grew, man. I grew. I don't know. I don't know.
You feel for people, but also, you know, we're hard on people. I'm hard on people. I don't care. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say that to you by yourself, because I
you are, bro. Come on, knock it off.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think I do. Because I hear the comment, I try to avoid shit. So maybe my avoidance is basically me, like a lack of empathy.
Right.
Damn. Well, they say narcissists are cool people to be around.
Hey,
right?
listen, man. Look.
No. This is bad.
There's nothing wrong with being a narcissist, bro. That's who you are. You're like that because of a reason. You're like that because that's how you function for you to be successful. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, it's bad when you're in a relationship. But when you're conducting business, Trump, narcissist. Elon Musk, narcissist. That's what it is.
The lack of empathy, though, I think that I would argue that somebody would say, you know, everybody has those traits because everybody has the spectrum, like narcissist spectrum. I would argue that I'm not on the low end of the spectrum, but I'm not on the deep end of the spectrum. Let me just say that. I'm somewhere in the middle, which could be dangerous because I can go. I don't think I'm deep on the spectrum because the empathy part, like I have a rational selfishness, so that's where empathy would come in. I'm not gonna do anything where I think like this is probably like real messed up, or I'm only gonna gain here.
Right.
This person
No.
won't gain.
You're not like that.
But see, I think with Trump is like that. Trump built, I think it was maybe might be the Taj Mahal. He went bankrupt or something like that on the Taj Mahal, and it's left everybody out. Okay. Bankrupt. I wouldn't do that. You understand? Somebody said, "Oh, like this."
Right.
You know, but it's like,
that's bad
I wouldn't
business.
do that.
That's bad business.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Like,
but
again,
a narcissist have no problem with that. They sleep well. Like it's like no problem with that. And that's where there's a big difference. That's why I say I'm somewhere in the middle. But everybody is on the spectrum because you do want to feel highly about yourself.
Right.
You would want that, right? In this society. But I'm somewhere in the middle because I think I'm almost too empathetic. I think I'm almost too empathetic. But what I'm saying is, I'm not a pushover, and I'm not afraid of the conversation. So that's why I'm like, and I have a high self-esteem. So I'm like, okay, throw something at me. You know, only thing you can throw at me is something I can probably improve on, and I'll probably be upset because like, damn, I'm already doing a lot of things, but I'm not really worried about certain things. You know, like I said, that certain aspects and certain types of relationships, depending on what they are, friendships, spousal relationship, whatever relationship you got, like, you know, I'm not really messing up in those categories. There's other things that I definitely need to work on, like deeper stuff. But being able to understand that I have an opinion, the next person has an opinion in the relationship, I have no problem with that. You definitely have your opinion. The issue is though, if we're gonna be rational about this, let's just go ahead and do things your way and let's map it out. And see, that's where people have a problem with me. in a relationship, let's say, right? I say one thing, you say this thing. I say, all right, without trying to be facetious, let's do things and map it out your way, if you don't mind. So map it out. You see, here's the problem right here. You're not considering a lot of other factors right here, which I am. And this part, this is why this is better. Because, it's better. Everybody's scared of that word, right? You can't say you're better than somebody. But it's like, you can't name nobody that you're better than at all. Like, even if, stop trying to be funny. Like, I be thinking people trying to be funny sometimes. Like, what are you talking about? You're not better than this person at this right here? That's not broad stroke. Like, oh, nobody's better than this. No. There are people that's better than next people.
Fact.
You have some people that want to rape, kill, murder. You mean to tell me I'm not better than them? And that's the far extreme. There are people that are better than other people. Just the way it goes. I like that part about society, actually. And that's where I'm at. Like, I like that part. And I was telling you, there were black people with jobs back in the day that were doing very, very well because they were just better than some of the white people that apply for the jobs. I can make money with this black person. I can't make money with you. And I'm racist. But discriminating is going to cost me money. I'm not going to discriminate, and I could be a racist. But this black man is better than you. That's why you don't have the job. It's money.
It's money. But they're going to pay the black person less.
That's not true. Check it out. That's not true, Jess. And you're not wrong for thinking that because that's what they want you to think, right? Ask anybody right now. I already asked somebody in law enforcement with a good amount of years on a job. I said, take you and let's make you white. Do you make any more money? Same situation, same everything. You went through the same thing. Look at your white counterpart. Do you make more money? He said, no. Take a doctor. Let's just take any doctor, any surgeon in Short Hills. Went to school long enough to become a doctor and a surgeon. Has the wherewithal about finances and understand that. Do you think he makes a penny less than his white counterpart? Why? Why would an intelligent black man even accept that? And it's not the case. That's the crazy thing. It's not the case. People make less money when they're in lesser fields. When you're in the lesser field, yeah. When they did that comparison now, when they compare this, this people, job and income, yeah, you see white people make more money than black people, and like daily, they put household income together, all those things you put together. And then when you look a little closer and you look at the different jobs, they're on par. A black person and a white person making the same amount of money. You understand what I'm saying? They're making the same amount of money, especially if there's a set amount of money you're going to pay them anyway. What they negotiated inside the meeting, that is going on them. I had a black man tell me that. He said, I started working at Home Depot. I came from ShopRite, $6, and I went to Home Depot. I was making $9.25. I was ecstatic, but I was a specialist. So a year and a half into that job, I'm like, I'm making more money sales than all of these guys here. Like, I didn't realize what kind of worker I was. He looked at me and said, like, yeah, I basically, because you know how I am, I'm talking, so I was getting around a job. He basically, the same guy that brought me in and hired me, he looked at me and said, like, who signed the contract? In my head, I was like, damn, well, I didn't know that, that this is what who signed the contract? Bro, a lot of stuff, I understand there's racism, I get it. But that might not be the reason why you're not succeeding. It's a crazy thing. When your parents say get an education and go to college and do all that, they probably were right about that. It probably would have been a little bit easier, for myself included. It might have been a little bit easier because I had more education, more experience, more of the things that people are looking for. That could be the situation, bro. There's a lot of people that were successful back in the 50s that are black. You understand? I didn't even realize a lot of this stuff. I didn't even know there were black banks. Black banks were turning down black people from getting houses and stuff like that because they weren't qualified. It wasn't racism, right? I mean, how is, you go into one of your own banks. So I read about these things and it just really messes my head up.
But they burnt down, what was that?
Now that I heard about. What was that in, I didn't read about it myself though. Was it, I don't want to say, it burned down black businesses and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have to read into that. and I'm pretty sure like that sounds crazy. It sounds really crazy, but I got to see what that was about and what was that for. But my point is, like the people itself, man, it boils down to education a lot of time. And if discrimination is going to cost me money, I'm not about to discriminate. That's for anybody. If it's going to cost you money, why are you discriminating?
Yep.
You have a certain clientele that want to rent this particular apartment. You about the dollar.
That's it.
What do you care what nationality they are? You know? Pulled it up.
No, I just pulled the first black-owned bank, Capital Saving Banks in Washington, D.C.
What year?
1888.
Come on, bro. Did you know there was a black bank? Bro, I just found out there was black banks 3 weeks ago. And you know what happened, right? How the crash happened with the homes, right? Subprime loans. Just letting anybody get a house. They had ninja loans. No job, no income, no anything. And you can get a house. Then what happened? Those same individuals can't pay for the house.
Oh, yeah.
You got a big bubble.
And you got to file bankrupt.
Jesse, you know what it seems like, bro? It seems like in order to make it in America, you got to put in work. And it's massive competition. And anything that they do to try to make the competition equal is whack. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to be equal. It's not going to be. I use the NBA analogy, but I got to find a better one.
What do you mean not equal?
Meaning there's so many different reasons why, people are in a situation they're in. Like, for example, the way they're trying to make it equal to me, it sounds like somebody who is... this analogy is bad. I got to get a better one, but I'm trying to help me out with this one. Somebody who's 5'6" is not going to have the same opportunity as somebody who's 6'4" to be a point guard in the NBA. You're not going to be bigger than 5'6". Man, I know how good your skills are. I get it. But the guys that come in the league are at least 6'4". So, and that's a stretch. But I'm just saying, like, people that are uneducated want to get things that people who educate themselves get. People who bust their ass, things that they get. I just don't get why. You haven't done the same thing that they've done. You haven't taken the same risk that they've taken. So why should you be there? Do you know there are people that want to have a classless society where everything is shared amongst everybody? There'll be no reason to prosper. Right? There'll be no reason to prosper, man. Come on, man. All of these things that were made to try to help people out messed them up. And I'm just noticing that stuff. And that's why I seem like a rebel, but...
You sound like a true Republican.
No, not Republican. Not Republican. I'm more individualist. And I would say, I like being an opportunist, man. I'm an individualist, but let the government go ahead and throw something out there, trying to help out the poor people, and I see I could take advantage of it. Oh, I'm taking advantage of it. Somebody be like, see, that's messed up. No, but everybody does that. Everybody does that. That's the problem with all of the welfare and all those things. You start having people take advantage of it that don't need it. That's how the Jews, I forgot, up in Teaneck, they got arrested. They had people on Section 8 housing in Teaneck or something like that. And it's like, whoa, hold on. How did this happen?
Right.
Yeah.
They're narcissists.
The wrong people take advantage. And there you go.
They got themselves first.
The wrong people take advantage of the stuff. It's like, that's crazy. And they were like ridiculously taking advantage of, wait, your husband owns this house, but you live here and you're on Section 8? And this is a house? What? Can't do it. You got to just kind of like, what happens if you take everything back, little government intervention, and let the chips fall where they may? Like, wherever y'all land, man.
No, it's crazy.
Take away, you know what I'm saying? And take away minimum wage.
What do you mean take away minimum wage?
Sounds crazy, right? When I started working at Lowe's, I was making $16.50. as a specialist, once again, they was screwing me as a specialist. But now $15.40 is minimum wage, bro. And because all to keep up with inflation, you know. But the job you're doing right now is not worth me paying you X amount of $15.49. It's not worth it. I can hire you. Let's think about it. Like you have a big business. You have a Dunkin' Donuts. You hired the employees there. You gave them reasonable pay. The pay is high. You understand? The materials and everything is high. Your employees probably make, I don't know how it, if minimum wage is $15.40 something, I don't know, somebody going to probably be in the comment section and saying, let's say $15. I think it's $15. So you hire your people at $17, a couple of guys at $17. How much are you going to pay your guy? How far is he going to be, the guy that cleans the bathroom once every 4 hours? He's going to get paid $15.49 too. But you know what I see happening? They pay somebody to help clean the bathroom and just give them free coffee. And that's enough for him to clean the bathroom.
Nah.
It's enough for him to clean the bathroom. So I was thinking like, damn, this is illegal, right? The owner doing this is illegal. And then somebody told me, yo, it might not be the owner. It could be one of the workers whose job is to clean the bathroom. They get somebody else to do it. Yep. And give them coffee for it. The owner can get in trouble for that. But you see what I'm saying? But the biggest issue is, why is there minimum wage? Only because of the inflation that the government fucking made inflation for by mistake. I don't think they did it on purpose, but you know, that's the only reason why. Mm-hmm. Because the guy is not worth $15.49 for you to clean the bathroom every 4 hours. Bro, you know what I'm saying? We can't even, come on, bro, it's not worth it.
You got to have minimum wage though, because people will take advantage.
Okay.
You take advantage. Somebody will come in there and then you're, you know.
I think it'd be more employment. Like, people would take advantage of what people? Like, think about it. That guy's going to take advantage of, or is what he's doing worth what he's getting paid?
Home Depot took advantage of you.
They tried, look, check that. Home Depot tried to, not Home Depot, but Lowe's. Before I left Lowe's, or got exiled or kicked out or fired, whatever the fuck you want to say. But they started having a thing where they would ask people nicely, like, hey, guys, you know, the cleaning lady's not here anymore for the cleaning the bathroom. Could you guys kind of like, we're just asking people, could they take turns cleaning the bathroom when they go in the bathroom? To take turns cleaning it up. That's what they were asking people, a specialist.
That happened?
Jesse, I'm not making this up. Yeah, they would ask a specialist to see, you know, can you guys take turns cleaning the bathroom? Shit, if you're asking anybody besides somebody who cleans the bathroom to clean the bathroom, then what are you doing? You can't afford to hire a guy to clean the bathroom at the minimum wage because that's not the market. The market's not set for him to make $15 to clean the bathroom. They started asking people to clean the bathroom. I don't know if they still do it now, but yeah. Crazy. Hey, I pay my guys $25 an hour. I told you.
That's too much.
I get them $25 an hour.
What's the minimum wage?
I believe it's $15.
They were getting $15.
Let me see. Hey Siri, what is the minimum wage? Man, this is why I don't like you. I don't like Siri, man. She can't figure out shit. But yeah, I think it's $15, bro. I can't hire you at $15. It's too much. So you say $25 an hour is too much, $200 a day.
Well, that's not bad in today. And what people are making today. But I think it's a lot.
What, $15?
25.
25. Oh, $25. That's not bad, but that's like if you put it at, some people do that much and divide it by 8. Damn, if they get paid $150 a day, 8 hours, that's $18.75, more than minimum wage. So, to your point where people get take advantage of, here you got a black market of workers who are getting paid, in my case, way above minimum wage. If we go $10 above minimum wage, I say you way above minimum wage, right? Mm-hmm. I lived off that salary, less than that salary. So they're getting paid more than minimum wage. So to your point, who's going to get taken advantage of? Maybe you have certain individuals who, to your point with the narcissists, no empathy and stuff, they're going to try it. But in the free market, it's not going to work.
Right.
Because somebody else is going to hire that person you try to take advantage of for a fair price. And it's going to help me because I'm using my own freaking dollars here. You know what I mean? This is my own money. I need to make money. I'm not trying to screw nobody. It sounds crazy, but I think that's the way it'll work. If you deregulate, take things away, like take all of these regulations away and then see what happens. It sounds crazy, but just see what happens. Because to your point, if there was
they know what would happen. They know what would happen. People will start getting hired for $6 an hour, $7 an hour because they need the job. They'll start doing anything.
Okay. Let's just take that example. $7, that's nothing. God.
It's nothing.
In the 8-hour day, 56, and you work 5 days a week, right? 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
50 times a day times 5. So you make $280 a week. I would agree with you that there's no way. What are you doing to make $280 a week at $5-6 an hour? I don't think that's possible, bro. I don't think nobody's going to do that to you.
I think they would. That's why they have minimum wage.
That's crazy.
If I know that you're going to come in for a job and you're going to want $16 an hour, and I know I get 2 people to do your job and pay them $8 each.
But the problem with that scenario is the 2 people that's going to do the job. Now, we're not talking about your own money. You're talking about big business, all of those type of things. It is their own money, but they got different things going on. But they would not like that because here's the problem. And I worked at Lowe's. Give me the right amount of money. Okay, you're going to get sales and things done. Try to divide my pay in 2, and you're hiring Tyrone and all the other people, which Lowe's started doing.
Mm-hmm.
Lowe's started doing this. I told my brother, it's great. I was working next to people who I thought, like, well, damn, where'd this person come from? They just come home? Like, what is going on? It was just like a thing. And I talked to individuals, and they say they see this going on at their job. They're like, yo, they hired this person to clean the whatchamacallit. I'm like, yo, what the? So I don't know, man. You hiring those guys at $15, $16, $17 an hour to do a job that back in the day, how much were you getting paid to just be, let's say, for example, a loader? You were getting $15 an hour? It couldn't be because I got $16 an hour.
They were probably getting less.
Yeah, because, the way the market was and the money and the way it was, it allowed for that. Now it's just like, with how we did with inflation and printing all the money and making the dollar value go down and prices go up. Yeah, it's tough. But I'm just thinking, what were they to scale back that? $15 an hour is a lot for have somebody clean the floor. But now you're not even hiring that guy to clean the floor. You get somebody else to do it. So what happens? You got a bunch of unemployment. But those are people who would otherwise be employed,
right.
But just not for $15 an hour. Theoretically speaking, right? Being fair, how much would you pay for somebody to come into your establishment and clean the bathroom? I don't know how they do bathroom cleaning. I don't know how that works. But that's something that's great to have, clean a bathroom. But how much would you pay for somebody to do that?
Hourly?
It's hard to put hourly, right? Because now they're in your establishment for 8 hours. You got to give them at least 8 hours.
8 hours. Ugh. $10 an hour.
So $10 an hour. So it can't be 8 hours. So it had to be part-time. We had to find a way to do
Right,
part-time,
right.
add in part-time jobs and things of that nature. But I think the whole system is a little, I don't know how they're going to do it. And that's one thing about when it comes to like the politics and economics. It's like, this shit is all over the place. Like, I don't even know how these politicians and stuff make this stuff up. And all they care about is their dollar. But if you really think about it, it's like, all of the things they decide to do, we got to pay for it as taxpayers. Sure. We got to pay for it. Like, hold up. You doing what? Damn. Or the consumer pays for it. Like I said, go ahead and take that guy, the specialist from behind the desk that people were used to and cool with coming with, and replace them with 2 people. So remember we were working at Lowe's and how when we were pumping, doing good, we had the clientele. Imagine saying like, no, I don't need that. I can cut that pay in half. And look what you're getting at once you cut it in half.
Right.
those two guys can't do what the one guy, not even near what the one guy do.
Doing. Correct.
Those two guys, nobody wants to talk to them. When the customers come in the store, nobody sees those two guys. Those two guys aren't polished. Like, come on, man. Do you know what I'm saying? They used to tell you that bullshit at the job. Like, I can replace you with two guys. I can replace you with two guys. That's what the company's going. That's where the company's going.
Yep.
The same people that was saying that, it was like, I get you, but I can replace you with two good guys. Hire manager.
Yep.
I can replace you with two good guys and above minimum wage. How about them apples? How about we start with the top people first? You understand? You try to replace the little specialists and stuff, you know? Replace the top guys with two guys that are making a good salary.
Right. Replace the leaders, pretty much.
It's crazy. And that's crazy how that goes, man. You know, they say that the what's the word? The income gap between people. And they like to talk about the income gap, like, you know, rich people make so much more than the poor people, right? But that's just assuming that people stay in the same income gap their whole life. If you look at it, 90% of the people that's in a poor income gap now, get them 10 years, they're going to be in a different tier. And then you take the top percent, take this out, the top 1%, take their salary right now and go 10 years. All of them are not going to be there. That actually goes backwards. So when you're in the top tier, the highest tier, it's not that likely that you're going to move up and improve. It's more likely that you go back a tier. But if you're in a low tier, the chances of you going in a higher tier make sense. Because think about it. How old are you when you're in the lower tier?
Right.
In 10 years, you could be 30. And then 10 years, you'll be 40. And then now you're going to still be complaining about what the rich making, but you're the rich now.
Right. I never thought of it like that. That's dope. That's dope the way you processed that.
Like, why would you, you know? That's why I always ask people, how do you vote? Do you vote for where you are now? Or do you vote for based on where your plan is, where you plan to be? Because I don't vote, period. Because it's too many things it's multifactorial. That's what it is. It's too many things to factor in. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this. I'll be shocked. Like, damn, you guys know what you feel about all of this? Because I didn't know the answer. You know, so I'm still up in the air how I feel about it. Do I vote for how I am now? Because in 5 years, I plan on, this is a totally different look with me. Nobody thinks about it. Like, they don't want to share that shit with you. They don't want to share it. Everything is black and white. Black people, white people. Black people, white people. No, white people, black people. White people, black people, and all the things. But they never mention in none of the stats Asians who are doing better than whites when it comes to the money. Mm-hmm. They say black people get fired and lose their job more often than whites. But whites lose their job and get fired more often than Asians. Mm-hmm. What it has to do with is probably the level of education. You know? The Asians, whatever they do is occupation. If they have more occupations of Asians being in higher positions, really, really higher positions, then yeah, you don't lose those guys because the education, we can't replace that education right there that they have, right? But as you go lower and down the totem pole, you can replace the education a little bit. Yeah, I got to let you go. We're going to replace you with two other guys.
Right.
But I'll tell you, you understand what I'm saying? I can't replace that Asian with no one. He's keeping his job. He's the reason why we're all here. He's keeping his job. Guess what? If he was black in the Asian's position, he'll keep his job.
Right.
We need the MIT major. We need him. Are you kidding me? You and Jesse could go. But this guy right here, he makes the whole thing go.
Right.
I don't care what his nationality is. Just so happened, you know what I mean? Just so happened he's black or whatever it is. See, a lot of things go into place. And what happens is I started to look at stuff like, damn, I really think it's all about, we used to say it all the time as men, you could call it being beneficial and do that. You gotta know what's going on, you know? And then that's how you can lead. That's how you can lead. Like I said, call it a narcissist, call it everything. I'm leading, yo. I'm leading. And sometimes I want to be led, but it gotta be right. Because I'm scrutinizing everything. Like, hold on. You said what? Hey, Jess, remember you said that? I found out that wasn't quite true. I don't know if you did it on purpose. but we got to explore that. I'm with you all the way until we figure this part out. You know? A lot of people not doing that, bro. I know I'm long-winded, bro. You see your boy not coming back. It's all good. We already got it. We already got it in. This is crazy, bro. It's free, bro. Yeah, you be zoned out. It's good though. I be going and because you get me souped. Like I just keep going. I'm like, yo, I got somebody. Listen, I got an ear. It's like I feel like I hijack you.
No.
I'm like, yo, I just hijacked Jesse.
I kidnapped Jesse, nigga.
Word is born. Yo. But you know what it feels like to me? What I like? I don't know if you've ever seen, like, I'm pretty sure you've seen it, but the part I'm talking about, you had to pay close attention. This little shit that I liked. But you ever seen in a movie how they depict Malcolm X when he was like, he had a microphone, not like this, but the old school silver microphones, and he was giving us like broadcast. And you ever see like he have like the people behind him like that? Yeah. That's how I feel. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking all this shit. I'm good.
I'm rolling,
like,
baby.
Yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing to steer anybody the wrong way. That's all.
No, but that narcissist talk was,
Yeah, you're a narcissist.
I hate it. I think we all are. I think you're supposed to be. I think you should be. Especially if you're a man, you should be.
On the spectrum. Everybody's on the spectrum, though. On the spectrum. Now, check this out. I wish we had a little slider bar here. Okay. 0 being no narcissism, 99 being that's over the top narcissism. Where would you like to be on the spectrum of narcissism?
0 to what?
0 to 99, 100, 0 to 100. Where would you like to be on the spectrum of narcissism and why? This is the question.
Damn.
It's a good one, right? That's top of the dome.
100. I wouldn't even care, bro.
So I guess the problem is with the 100 now, you got to, because of sliders. So you would agree if you got 100% narcissist, all the way narcissist, you're taking empathy out of the equation. You don't do empathy, period, now.
I don't care for it.
Okay. So the ability to feel for others is crazy. You're taking that away? Because here's this. I got, and I'm not saying you're this person. I had somebody who I think he's a narcissist because he didn't do it to me. He did it to other people. He basically gambled with somebody's, not gambled, but he tried to do a real estate deal with somebody's 401k, and then with the money that I was able to save and get through credit, and he fucked it up. And the way he went about not answering the phone and stuff like that, I think when I was going through this, I was talking to you. Like, I never understood that. I'm like, yo, how can somebody, like, this is crazy, Jess. Like, I'm not the type of person you do that to. I couldn't understand it. But I don't think he understood, like, empathy.
Yeah, he's a thief, though. He's a gambler.
He's a thief.
He's a gambler. He's a thief.
That's different. So, but
empathy for me is more, let's say somebody's going through something and they're just down and out. At some point, you gotta get your shit together.
Right.
Like, it happened. It's over. You're not gonna start dating again. Your wife leaves you.
I don't think you're 99. I don't think you're 100%.
What you mean?
I don't think you're 100%. I think you have because like what we're saying is if you're 100%, like you all the way crazy with the narcissism, then the empathy is not there at all.
You mean like?
I think you have a lot more empathy than
I have empathy, but at some point I don't care anymore. Figure it out. Get over it.
Right, but you start off with it. And I think with 100%, it's just like, yo, you
don't care about nothing.
You can't. Like, you don't even know what it's like to care about another.
I don't think anyone's like that, though. I don't think anyone's like that. You're not human.
No, that's the deep end. That's what I'm saying. And that's what, to me, the deep end is. But I think people are close to it. But it's not a conscious thing, I don't believe, Jesse. You understand what I'm saying? Where it's like, it's almost like you got to ask the person, like, damn, did you consider anybody else when you thought about that? Hey, bro, everybody else can get screwed if you do that. Did you consider any, you know what I'm saying? And they could never, like, damn, I never thought about it that way. And they probably wouldn't want to think about it that way. It'd still do what they do. Like I said, Trump was the best one with the Taj Mahal stuff and the stuff in Atlantic City. That was back in the day. But to just screw and go bankrupt and don't pay nobody,
right?
Then people have families and all that. You know what I'm saying?
And so they work.
Yeah, those are bad. And when people talk about bad business deals with Trump, they're talking about shit like that. That's kind of like belly up. Like, hey, look, it is what it is. I've been in a situation like that. You said with the crook.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, yo, shit didn't work. I'm out.
That's it.
I went bankrupt. It don't work. I don't have no money. Oh, bro. Just hear ourselves. That's crazy. I don't have the money. I don't got it. That's on the deep end. You're not there, bro.
No.
That's what I'm saying. What you try to do is, I like what it is. You try to say, look, I'm not infallible. I know I'm not perfect, so I'm just gonna go off and say, yeah, I'm on the deep end with it. You understand? But nah, bro. There are people that are crazy sick with it, bro. That are crazy sick with it, like sociopaths. Like, check this out.
I still think with it, that person feels something. That person feel like they did wrong. They know that they did wrong.
I don't think so, bro. I know that sounds crazy. You ever see these con artists? I haven't. When they like interview con artists and stuff, they don't even know what they freak.
That's different though.
They on another level, bro.
You're a thief.
That's what I'm saying. But that's part of it. I could see how somebody deep on a narcissist level could be a thief. That's probably what it takes. Think about it. Yeah, bro. I know somebody, family.
So you're saying
that is still.
So you think all bank robbers are narcissists?
Wow, this is where it gets good. So we all think some people have narcissism. So we got to talk about where they are on the spectrum. I think all bank robbers, especially the ones that led the whole thing, are deep on the spectrum of narcissism. I would say that. Because if we already said that we feel like people are on the spectrum with narcissism, I'll say that, yes, all bank robbers, especially where you are in that particular part of the bank robbing. If you're the leader, if you're one of the leaders, yes, you have a deep narcissism about you. If you're one of the followers of the bank robber now, like you're being led by somebody, you're not the leader per se. So I don't know where you are on that spectrum, but the leader, the one that came up with this shit, yeah, he don't care about nobody else.
If you're in politics, are you a narcissist? If you're a politician.
Bro, you got to help me. I don't get politics because it seems like they all in it for themselves. And where I'm at with studying economics and stuff like that, this job seems hard as hell. Like, if you're really serious about it, it seems hard, bro, because everything's affected by everything else. And like, to me, a politician has to look like a mad scientist, and none of them look like that. They're polished.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look like they put in hard work. Bro, I was up all night trying to figure out how we're going to do this economy. I want to see a politician like that. They're all polished, telling you ABC bullshit. It's like, man, nah, man. The meat and potatoes, how's this going to work?
Mm-hmm.
How's it going to work? I guess they hire people for that. They hire out. So, crazy. You're not that deep on the narcissist spectrum, bro. You're not that deep. Now, where we can go with the spectrum of selfishness. Selfishness being just being selfish on one end, and then rational selfish on the other end, and then like have the spectrum of that. Maybe where you probably say you're not as rationally selfish. You're more like this, this is what I want. Maybe if you could put it that way, but. Like I said, I would even argue that. Some of the things that we go through, I think we're just putting on ourselves because we feel like we're supposed to. Like, we feel like we're supposed to kind of like be hard on ourselves in certain situations and certain things. But just like I was saying before, what if you getting, I'm getting passing grades and all this, man. I'm looking at this analytically myself. Like, I don't need to work on this. This is a you thing, man. This is a you thing, yo. What are you talking about? You got me thinking I ain't getting passing grades. Stop it. This is a you thing here, man. We can both look at this and see this is a you thing. Why are you doing this? Yeah, I think there's a lot of that going on. This ain't a me thing here. Are you kidding me? And I want to find problems. I was telling you, I want to improve. You don't see a lot of people going about life like that. I want to improve. And when you're leading off like that, I'm just like, come on, man. Give me something to work with. Give me something. Back to what we was talking about when we talk about men being the leaders and things of that nature. Come on, man. I knew at 5 years old, I didn't like, whatever it is, I'm not following. I'm not following a woman, period. Nothing against them, because you have some women who are great leaders. I feel like that has to be true, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even think about the women I don't have any woman in mind as I'm saying that, but I know that that's true.
Yeah.
You know, women could be great leaders. That's. I'm pretty sure that's true. Pretty sure that's true because you got some. I forgot what country it was. The woman is a president, and she's known for be pretty good. But yeah, it's all about the individual when it comes to that. But for the most part, you know, it seems like some people don't mind being led. You know, some people don't mind being led. They want to be led.
What woman is a great leader? You gotta give me one. What country is this?
I want to say the UK. Like I said, the first thing I'm thinking about, and I didn't do no research on her, so I'm just saying a name. Like, so I just want to know. I'm not trying to be smart at all because I don't know anything. But I didn't do any research, so I can't even say these things. But I know great men. That's pretty easy. But no. Let's be for real. Like, name a great woman leader right now.
And what?
But you have to, like, you can't just say, like, somebody, like, it's knee-jerk reaction. I'm saying, oh, Cleopatra. You know, I would say that if I was in conversation. I don't know Cleopatra. I really don't know too much. I didn't do too much studying, so I don't know really what she did. I know that she was a queen or some shit like that, right?
Oh, Harriet Tubman.
She led the Underground Railroad.
But is she a great leader or a great guide? This might get you canceled.
No. This is good because, like I said, here's the thing. Harriet Tubman. Damn, I feel like I'm not even trying to. I didn't do no research on this. So what I know for her to do is Underground Railroad, right?
Right.
So whatever the Underground Railroad is, that's what that is. Leading, when I think about leading, I'm thinking about somebody talking in front of a bunch of people and getting them going and leading that way, like leading a nation or something like that. So, and because I'm not well studied when it comes to the women leaders, so I'm kind of drawing blanks right here. But I feel that if that was the case, it's probably be like, come like that, right? Damn.
We'll never have a woman leader.
Damn.
Never. Not in America.
Well, here's the thing. You know, the people would quickly argue that, well, women lead the households of these people, of these men that become big time, you know, like big time leaders. Women led the household. They come from a single parent household in some cases, you know.
Yeah, the household.
What do you mean?
The household.
The household. What do you mean?
She can lead the household.
She's leader of the household.
Right.
Yeah, but leader of a nation. Okay, good point. Okay, so to that point, so the whole canceling thing, like I said, we didn't say anything crazy. People say way things more crazy, but just so to put it in context, women can lead a household.
Yeah.
We've already seen that, right? Even though single parent households don't do good as two family households. So, you know, somebody could throw that in there too. Like, you know, what about this? So that's kind of a good one, right? Because you know, when you talk about income, you would like to put the income together in your household, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have one household, one person that's leading the household, that's never really good, you know, single woman or man, right? So, damn. But we're talking about leading nations and leading a huge group of people. So you would have women pastors. See, there you go. They lead people. And I know of people who know women pastors. I don't know any per se myself because I don't do church, but I know people who know women pastors. So they lead a congregation. So they can be considered leaders.
I don't know. I've never heard of a woman pastor.
Yeah, well,
Pastor's wife.
No, okay, so say there are. Would that be enough for you if they were able to lead like the church?
For what, to go?
Meaning to lead a nation, Now, see, I told you in relationship-wise, the crazy thing is I'm acting like I don't know how I feel about it. I don't care who the president of the United States is, but I want to be aware of what's going on because I'm going to do everything my way and figure it out. I'm an opportunist.
Right.
I'm declared an opportunist. So it doesn't matter who's at the top. I'm not going to listen anyway. But here's me, somebody who told you that since 5 years old, I knew that I wasn't listening to a woman at all. I'm not listening to a woman. Now somebody said, well, what if your woman is a doctor and she tells you to do something? That's her expertise. I'm going to listen.
Right.
I'm an opportunist. You understand what I'm saying?
It's going to benefit me.
Right. But leading me to life and financially and the ins and out of life, nah. I feel like I'm smart enough to do that myself. I think we talked about that. I was telling you, you have somebody, take somebody born into a religion, right? The way I'm thinking is like, okay, born into a religion, about around 5 years old, once again, I started thinking that, God, I want to do this myself. Like, I got the morals down. I get with the morals because I understand the morals. It makes sense. I think you should just be kind and nice to people. That's dope. You understand? I think you should work. I think you should work for a living. I think that's dope. Morally, I think that's right. You understand? Treat people kind. I'm big on that. But the other stuff, I don't need the other stuff. I want to create the other stuff for myself. I believe I'm smart enough to do that as a human and free to do that. The only thing that, upon birth, they know exactly what to do are animals. That's it. So I kind of want to, and I have at a certain age, like, yo, I want to feel this whole thing out myself. And I'll come back to you guys, whenever that is, and draw my conclusions a lot later. But right now, I'm filling out this whole thing. And trust me, it's tough. It's tough because, you know what? In my philosophy, you are in it, as far as in your head and in your whole psyche, you are in it alone. You got to figure it out. You understand? You got to figure it out. Yeah, you could develop family and have people around you, and that'll make you feel better. But I just feel like, yo, something tells me to never take the foot off the pedal. Like, even when I'm asleep, taking the foot off the pedal would just put me back in somewhere I don't want to be. To where I'm in a point where it's like, damn, I'm too far behind the 8 ball. Hopefully something to happen. I don't want to be that way. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be that way. No, even if something were to happen, I still want to keep spitting this same thing. I want to be an example of saying, like, shit happens, bro. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Shit happened. You know, I got to figure out what I'm going to do from here. That's where I'm at. So for me, there's no one to help. I'm not getting no extra help. You understand what I'm saying? I won't be getting no extra help. I'm trying to figure this one out. This whole life, this one life I have, I want to just be as rational as I possible, use my own reason to figure out every situation.
But at 5, you don't think you needed some type of guidance, some type of leadership?
I started, like at 5, I started to be aware of certain things. Like, I was always a person, and I said this, whatever the rules are, just give me the rules. If I want to be one of the best at whatever it is, I'm going to be there. So I felt so much power at 5 that other people would try to take away from me and blame someone else for. I felt it at 5 already. Like, how come when I walk in the room, like, it's like, I felt it at 5, bro. 5, I never forget this shit. 5 years old. 5 years old, man. I felt conscious, I guess. Like, holy crap, I like who this person is. I like that, and, I just didn't like the idea that somebody else was in charge of all that and had, like, decided what and how my life was going to go. I just can't, no. I'm just not, I don't subscribe to that, And I get what people, when they have faith in different religions they go by, which is it's definitely is dope, it's comforting. Mine's is not comforting. I'm telling you that right now. There's nothing comfortable about the way I live. The way I'm thinking. It's nothing comfortable because I'm just like, yo, you got to do it all yourself. Everything yourself. I'm like the reason why those people, I told you, the reason why those people are successful, I'm chalking it up to the amount of hours. I was telling you about the violin. They look at the violin. You need 4,000 hours to become a teacher, 6,000 hours to become good at it, and 10,000 hours of practice, this is, to become legendary. So I'm the type of person that's saying, like, all right, so where do you want to be? Legendary? All right, yo, you got a long time to go.
Gotta put the hours in.
Gotta put the hours in, yo. Gotta put the hours in. And that's where I'm at with it. So I'm not deterring anybody from anything that they believe in their faith because it's obviously working for them. And this particular behavior has been working for me for a while now.
I don't think there's anything wrong if you're raised in religion. but you do have the option when you get older to make your own decision. So, 5 years old, 8 years old, 9, you still have to listen to your parents and follow that guideline. Now, 16, 17, you could feel some type of way, say, you know what, I might not want to go this route. And then 19, if that's not your path, you just, hey, it's not working for me. This is not for me.
It's crazy. I always felt it. I didn't even when it was time to go to Sunday school, it was like I'm not feeling this type of feeling that I'm supposed to feel. Like I felt empty. Like I felt empty. I was like, I'm not feeling this, man. I'm just not. It was very difficult for me. But I just started becoming aware of that, like, holy crap. And then you start watching people, and I didn't know what I was watching for, but I was watching for a leader and looking for where the real ones were. I didn't know the word at the time, but it was congruency. I couldn't find it. I didn't feel that the way you were explaining religion and God to me, I didn't feel like that is the way that somebody would, and I'm not trying to take anything from anybody. This is the way things happen. I didn't feel like that was the way that if you're going about life that way, that's not the way you go about, doing certain things when you raise your children. I come with that conclusion quick. This guy that you're talking about, God, seems like a dope individual, nice as hell. I wouldn't be getting any ass whoopings. I don't think he would like that.
Yeah.
I'm just being, for me, everything, how I am now, everything I'm taking literal. It's like, you said what? All right, cool. Let me write that down. Jesse said? Hey, Jesse, remember we were talking about that the other day and you said this? I'm not trying to be funny. I looked it up, man. This is different from what that's just how I am. I've always been that way. So I took things too, you know what I mean? And that's why I tell people when it comes to the communication, maybe that's why I'm big on communication. You have to communicate the right way. If not, the message could be all messed up, I could be thinking you're just doing parenting, but now I'm thinking you're doing something against God. This is not godly. This don't seem godly. No way in hell you can have that much energy in church. And then even though maybe what I did warranted an ass whooping, I still think there should be no ass whooping though.
Right.
Help me out. That's where I was with it. Everything I take literal.
But maybe there's a scripture in the Bible that tells you got to get your ass whooped.
God seems like ain't whipping nobody's ass.
I know.
You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
It seemed like he could have that conversation.
Right, and forgive you.
God don't seem like he whooping nobody's ass.
Yeah.
That was my like. This is just fun. I don't blame her. I love the way I was brought up.
Right,
you understand what I'm saying?
right.
I'm just saying, like, make that part make sense to me.
Yeah,
I don't think he would have took it that serious.
Show me where in the Bible abusing me is okay.
Right.
Because based on what you're teaching me forgiveness. Somebody do wrong, you just forgive them. You talk it out.
Think about the talking it out. What about that? It's some households, shut your mouth while I'm talking. I'm like, damn, I wonder if God would have said that.
I think God would have said that.
That way? I think God would have said it like, sons.
Yeah.
like it would have been done in such a godly way that you would be quiet.
Yeah.
Because the communication, the way he would have got it across would have been different. Like I said, I hear it in the Bible. Like I said, he sounds dope. I'm not going to front that at all. Great. Perfect, actually. But that's not the way the world works.
Right.
That's not the way the world works. And I feel like if you were really paying attention, I don't think that this is the way you go about teaching me a lesson or anybody a lesson for that matter. I think there's a better way to go about it. A much better way to go about it. Shit. Back in the day, the way like kids like us were raised, you can't raise a kid like that now.
Absolutely not.
So check it out. Wow, this is getting deep. You can't even raise a kid like that now. So I wonder if some of the stuff I'm saying has plausibility. Come on. You teaching me about this perfect guy who's a great dude. You read the Bible and it's like, oh man, this is great. You telling me this is what we follow. And these are the way we do things? It don't look this. It's not. What the heck is this? It's not adding up. Now you're gonna have to tell me like, yo, everybody's not perfect. I didn't know any better. It was just the way things were at the time. It's like, yeah, I get that.
Now you have to forgive them.
Right, but then now do I also have to change the way what my beliefs are and how I'm going about my life and what's been successful for me? And that's the question. So when people say, "Oh, stay away from politics, stay away from religion," no, I know how to talk about it in an intelligent way, and I want answers. Why stay away from those things? I think you should bring them closer to the forefront.
Question everything.
Right. I'm paranoid, like I said, to make friendships with people and all that stuff. I'm paranoid with that because I'm like, yo, there's nothing that they can say that's gonna bother me, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things I can say that might challenge them or bother them. And I didn't realize that's another thing where people would come out there with me is challenge. Right, you got to challenge everything. That right there, I'm addicted to. I would say, like, people have an addiction.
Yeah.
I have an addiction to challenging everything, yo. But the crazy thing is, I can respect what you believe. Yeah, I'm not trying to tell you to believe what I believe. I can respect what you could believe and be in the company of what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily have to believe in it or I wouldn't say agree, but believe in it. Yeah, that's your thing. What works for you? I believe that works for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I believe that works for you, and I wouldn't deter you from it. But what works for me is this. It's a lot harder than yours because for me, ain't nobody helping me at all, man. So I can hear people say this, like, they like who I am, and I hear people say this before, like, I'll pray for you. And like, the crazy thing is, like, I kind of appreciate that. Like, that's dope. You understand? Because I'm not doing it. I'm just going to just bust my ass. No, but I say it in a respectful way. I'm going to bust my ass.
Right.
And I'm going to be the best person I could possibly be and treat people great. Like, I have my own morals. Like, I didn't need nobody to tell me that. Like, yo, I don't want to treat nobody fucked up.
Right. You have faith within yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to do messed up things. No, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I am, man. This conversation is dope, bro. God, bro. Come on, man. This is